and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. What up, family? It's your brother Dwayne over here at the Rise of an Ancient Kingdom. You know what time it is. Over here it's go time, kingdom time. And what are we coming to do? Coming to put our foot on the neck of the enemy. I don't know who they playing with, but the word must go forth. So I come to you in the name of Yahushua. Who is Yahushua? He is the one the Father sent. The Father sent to bring you back into the fold. The Father sent to show you the way, the truth, and the light. What is that light? The light is the spirit, the Ruach, the spirit of the Father that dwells in you, me, and everything else with the breath of life. Does that mean the Most High chose everything to be a part of His structure in the kingdom? Yes. But do we all have the same office? No. No. And that's what brings me to the forefront. You know what time it is, right, brothers and sisters? You know it's the awakening of Jacob and Israel. Why you say that, Wayne? Because the Bible tells me so. I was reading Luke 21 first. Luke 21, 24. I have to read it. Every time I even think about it, I get excited, but it's my love. I want to share this. Share this word that's been imparted in me. And I believe it'll help you. It will be an asset to you to know, especially in understanding, knowing scriptures, studying the Bible, rightly dividing, going into historical context, and how it applies today. Allowing the word to be that rock. It's your playbook, family. This is your instruction. Luke 21, 24. Okay, Luke 21, 24. Why are you going to Luke 21, 24, Dwayne? Because helicopters out here. That's the helicopter. What y'all on? Y'all up there spying on y'all, brother. All y'all gotta do is park and get your pen and pad out and listen. You get this truth too now. I'm not hiding from nobody. It's for everybody. I was talking to my brother earlier, one of our brothers in Christ, and I asked, brother, how do you approach? I see a lot of people teaching now. I'm not slow at all. But then I read the book. Like I said, the book is the foundation. It's our instruction. It's our power. It really is a power. And a wisdom that's manifold. There's so many layers to it. I hear many saying it's the Negro's history book. I used to say the same thing. Which, the word bears witness to the truth, because I've learned to, when I'm reading a book, even approaching it, I can't approach it with the so-called church fathers interpretation. No, it speaks directly to you. It speaks in different times where it's a helicopter. Y'all got this. I'm in Chicago. I'm in Chicago. They already talk about Chicago being on fire. And Lord, we're going to go on, though. We ain't worried about it. Like I said, they can get a pen and pad and pull up and get an earful too. Everybody must. Everything with the breath of life in it gonna have to come forth. And you're gonna have to give an account for everything you said, every thought you thought, and everything you did behind that measure of thought. Because once I put something in you, put his word in you, family. Matter of fact, I want to get this book. Let me get this stuff out the way. I want to turn this camera around. So y'all can see how we rolling over here. The rise of in the ancient king, Judah. It's your brother Judah. What's up with the helicopters, baby? What you doing up here? What you doing? They got helicopters flying all through the hood. They on. Close the door, close the door, close the door. I said I was gonna make a track. What I was gonna do was track. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I want to make a memoir of all the chapters and verses that's dealing with who God is speaking to and how I move. Understanding that I take away. Remember, we all have to work out our own salvation. So, how I approach the Bible might not be for you. So that's why the Most High commands us. He don't ask us. Everything he does in love. But the Most High is not like me. Yes, he's forgiving, but he commands you. And that's what he expects. That's like you giving your child. I was in the studio. Y'all got to excuse me. I'm a cricket studio. Coming up with some prints. And I had a fella ask me yesterday about the Hebrew. So I had to go and get the book that I do study from. And they do have a site you can check out. What's this? The Living Word in 3D. I'm quite sure a lot of us probably done checked it out before. But when I'm reading these words in the Bible, I like to go in depth. I want to really see what the Most High is talking about. As much as I can get. I'm not getting it in its entirety because I do not speak Hebrew. And don't ask me how I know that's that. Because you have a strong concordance. I had a fella or sister. I don't know what led their heart to say that, but it was like they asked me if I ever studied. They left a message. Have I ever studied? Let me turn this off. Let me say this. Have I ever studied Paleo Hebrew in the Holy Bible? I'm like, no, but I study other sources. Who is this? Revealing the Mysteries of 50 Amazing Words. C.J. Lovick, The Living Word in 3D. They got a channel too. You can go on their channel and they'll walk you through the origin of the language, numerical value, and the definitions. Paleo, and modern Hebrew. Bring this up. I don't know, they might be on your mask. We ain't going out without a fight, though. You gotta know that much. Olive, strong leader, strength, strong leader, strength, lead, the first, aloof or separate, gentle, the beginning, the head of the family, God the Father. And even when you read in the Bible, just for that person who asked me, have I studied Paleolithic Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew? It's right here in the Strong's Concordance. They did the homework for you. All you gotta do, is get to it. They did it for you. What was I at? I was gonna go to Luke 21. Why am I going to Luke 21? Because the Messiah spoke to a particular people. And there were some things that were gonna happen to these people, which are his kinsmen. Things that were spoken way before Christ came. Luke 21:24, which the purpose for me bringing it up is so you can relate, know the source to be able to relate, and then get the instruction and start applying those tools. This is how I do it. And it's working, family. I run my own businesses. I have a family. I have children. I'm on my second marriage. That's it. Ain't gonna be no more. I don't think she'll let me live if it ain't no me and her. If it ain't no me and her, I don't think she go. I don't think she going for that, family. I'm just joking. I don't see her on here. She the wrench too. I don't see her. Okay, where is he? Where is who? Me? I'm right here reading. That's why I'm at. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem, the people of Jerusalem, shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. Who are the Gentiles? Gentiles are the Romans, the Greco-Roman Empire. That's who came and made Jerusalem a client state of Rome until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. But all this was orchestrated by the Most High. Why? Because he testing them. He want to see what's in your heart. You can go into the book of Daniel. He'll tell you why. Remember, Daniel had the vision. Those were the Gentile nations, family. Babylon, Medo Persia, Greece, and Rome. Greco-Roman Empire. Modern day Europeans. So, you knowing this, you know the time we in according to the word. So therefore, you can get instruction. You can get wise counsel straight from the Father, instead of running to these politicians, playing games, and then we coming back on here cussing them out, and we still losing. Somebody got to pay. Somebody create the confusion. It's like the Art of War. I read that book several times. I read that book in the early 90s, though. Sun Tzu, and I read The Prince. I had The Prince. It's somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but I got it. It's sitting in the box. I read those books, and especially The Prince because of the military. No, the Art of War for the military strategy. But I also had another book, which I believe that Nikolai, what was his name? Nikolai something, who wrote the Art of War, the second version. He was an Italian. I believe he was in the Senate, and he was a farmer or something. He wasn't that high in as far as aristocracy or being an aristocrat. or whatever they call they high-end people. They high all these dukes and lords and all that crap. Uh, what was he? Whatever he was, he wrote The Art of War, which stems from Sun Tzu. The original version comes from Sun Tzu, and Sun Tzu breaks it down in different pillars. You got like 4 or 5 different areas you tap in, and let me tell you something. That book right there, The Art of War, I brought that book home with me from the penitentiary. Yeah, I did time. Unfortunately, you live, you learn. And while I was locked up, I did a lot of reading, family. That's when I was really on my quest to find Black Jesus. I ain't gonna lie. That was me. Why? We already know why. Because the Bible tells us so. He has a hidden people. Nobody ever took the time to know. The preacher won't tell us. We read, I done read this Bible a million times, family, believe me. Even when I was locked up, I used to read this Bible to the guys. We'll read it. And yeah, I got witnesses out here now that they bring it up. And some of them even out here on the battlefield, winning souls and pointing brothers and sisters back to the Most High. They in the streets, they in the penitentiaries, they in your workforce, they they into small businesses, they into medium business, big business, they in practically every sector. Now, do all of them follow the um, this awakening with the Hebrews? I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't go there, but they know where I'm coming from with it. And like I was saying, I was talking to my brother, and I'm like, man, John, how do you deal with? I've been wanting to go out there and do some street preaching. I'm like, you can reach more people and you can get people involved to really see what's going on, and that'll win more souls. When they see, oh, this dude ain't hooked up with the system, he getting his instruction from the Most High. Okay, it's working. It's really working. Oh, okay, I could try that. That's the only thing. If you don't get nothing else from Dwayne, pay attention to that part. Everything don't depend on having to go in contract or lead with the system. A lot of these things we can do because why? The Most High put it in you. He knew what you would be going through because he the one who sent you there. He sent you here for a purpose, and that purpose overall is to get wisdom. I mean, get knowledge, and then get knowledge, get understanding, and apply this understanding. Because these tools, the other nations will use against you. What do you think they got uh all this philosophy and all that from? They got it from your history, from the word of the Bible. The Bible is not a history book. It's the Most High's book, the book of the law, his instruction, his statutes, commandments, judgments. It's not our history book. It just so happened to be we are his chosen people. Genesis 15, he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and they shall serve them, and they shall afflict them for 400 years. That's been happening to us because we broke the covenant. And the Most High, just like he did Israel, you Judah, we over here in America and scattered into 3 other uh, corners of the earth. The Most High said he gonna scatter you. We'll go to that next. But we are here in Genesis 15 because it was spoken to Abraham. And then we go into the book of the law over there in Deuteronomy when Moses was giving us the covenant. And he's gonna explain to you And you're gonna know because the signs that the Most High put on you and your people forever, they will speak to what's written in the heavens. And at a time such as this one, right now, we're in the end times, it's only right. You can expect that you're gonna see a change. People search and they want to know. A lot of people coming out of the church. I'm one that used to go to church, family. I stopped going to church years ago, though. I stopped going to church a long time ago. It's not that I had anything against the church, but to me, the church ain't taking care of kingdom business. Church too busy worried about the world, politics, and everything ungodly the politicians doing under the sun. They complicit with it. They don't challenge or, in a sense of challenging, come against them when you know they wrong by the word. I got a problem with that. I'm not a preacher, family. I just happen to be one of the chosen. You know what I'm saying? Want to know a crazy story? Who's this? What up, though? Human. Peace and blessings. Okay, where is he? Where is who? On opposite day, a firefighter came to my house and burnt it down. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. You gotta be careful, man. Yeah. Jaden Zink. Exactly. Y'all gotta be careful out here, man. You never know who you're letting your circles. Was your house insured? Why would the firefighter burn your house down? Humane. I know you probably a troll. You in there, it's day two, and you still going contrary to the subject, the foundation of the subject, would lets me know you probably a troll. They probably sent you over here to distract. I ain't got no problem with that. But the only thing you gonna get over here is this word. You gonna get this word raw and uncut. And if somebody have sent you here to try and distract what they know that's gonna go forward, take your notes and tell them they should come too. They can learn this too. We all been kind of brainwashed, you know. There's a lot of things hidden that's being made known now. And then you got a lot of people don't want that out. A lot of people want to keep you in such a state where I don't know why. I can't explain why they do it, but over here on this platform, this what you gonna get Bible 24/7. So if you ain't looking for no solutions, or you come here on some wayward stuff that don't have nothing to do with what's going on, I ain't gonna kick you out. Even the wicked gotta hear this because why? Remember, even Satan went and had to get permission from Yahuwah before he was able to touch Job. So even the wicked recognize the power. And if you think I'm gonna stop talking this because you better quit playing. I got some fire for your ass. Stay around here. Get your pen and pad. I got some fire for your ass so you can chase them off. And if you is in here, you take this back and you tell them they can come and sit down and learn too. This is for everybody. Kings, rulers. It's not like I think I'm somebody. No, but trust me, it's gonna come a time and the time is near and it's at hand. Ain't no near, the time is at hand. You got rulers, you got presidents, you got kings. I was listening to Trump talking about with his spiel talking about Jesus. I ain't questioning his relationship with the Most High, even if he understand the Most High. That's hey, more power to you. I pray actually that the Holy Spirit, the Spirit, the Ruach of Truth, the Most High Spirit. I literally pray this Spirit on everybody every day. I don't care what you're doing. I pray this Spirit overcome you each and every day. I swear I do. Because whatever's going on, that's what we sit here to do. We disruptors. We gonna disrupt it. But I don't need no bombs. I don't need none of that shit. All I need is this weapon right here, what I'm doing. Use my mind and my mouth, and we're going to go forward with it. Now pay attention. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. Who? The people that was taken into captivity and served a nation who were strangers in the land. Who? The Negroes. Not just here in the Americas, which are really Hebrews. I'm gonna stop saying that. They say this is what is that? I don't forget. Black History Month. No disrespect to that, but black is a legal term. Let's look that up. I got a Black's Law Dictionary. And would you believe uh, African American is a legal term too? Somebody owned a patent on it. Can't make this shit up, bro. Brothers and sisters, you can't make this up. That's the truth. Black is a legal term. Man, you can't make this stuff up. So to be aware is to be alive. And over here, like I said, we study. Olive, strong leader, strength, lead. We live by the Most High as the Holy Spirit. And we try to the best of our abilities to be led by that Spirit with the truth. In spirit and in truth. Oh my God, they talking about Jim Crow, uh, black codes, term Negro. Lord, got a lot of mess. Got a lot of information. What the hell? What the hell happened? No, I don't want that. What did you do? Black is a legal term. Stop it right there, dang it. Hot dang. They playing games. In context of United States history and culture, the term black has significant implications. Let's delve into its origin and meanings. Historical context. The definition of black as a racial category emerged from the long experience with slavery. No, I knew they was going. No, go back. That's not what you should have asked. Y'all want to play them games. Black is a legal term. I got a Black's Law Dictionary upstairs. I don't feel like going to get it. But these people, so called Negroes, Negro is a Spanish word, if I'm not mistaken. First usage of Negro. And these Negro people, these are the people of Negro land. The term Negro was used by the Spanish and Portuguese as a simple description of people meaning black. There go that word black again. From the 18th century to the late 1960s, Negro was the proper English language term for most people of sub-Saharan African origin. For most people of sub-Saharan African origin, it was later capitalized and considered the correct and proper term for African Americans. However, most people stopped using the word Negro by the early 70s in the United States. Yeah, right. That's when they changed it. But Negroes come from where? Negro land, the kingdom of Judah, kingdom of Wida, Yaoundé. That's us. You're learning something over here, family. The slave, what the devil is a lie? The slave coast. All up in here, kingdom of Benin, the grain coast, the gold coast, the slave coast. This is how they marked their territories out when they came and got you. But understand, these are, remember, Negro land. I ain't gonna lie to you. Negro land is an archaic term, but it denotes a particular people. It's just not talking about anybody. And these are the same people the Most High was telling. He gave you a covenant. The Most High gave you a covenant and asked you and commanded you to keep his commands. What was that in there, Luke 21? Luke 21 speak of the same thing we just read in Genesis 15. Luke 21, and how much time I got? I'm going to go to 9:45. So I'm going to pack a lot of information in this. Human same here. What y'all talking about? Hello. Hmm. Luke. Luke 21, 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Who are the Gentiles? Gentiles are the people you see over in Europe today. Unless other information come out, more information come out, because we do know for a fact there's information. You got books I can't even afford yet. But one day, when we at that Deuteronomy, when I read these chapters and verses, but I don't get stuck at 28, because I know also with 28 when he spoke on, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, concordance up there, and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And I'm quite sure, and we know, Israel and Judah went there. They was a great nation. Look at you can still see the vestiges, even during King Solomon's time. And Israel and Judah had been through a lot of turmoil. When you go into places like 1 Kings during Solomon's time, Solomon did some things that was displeasing, and that's what got the kingdom split because of the idolatry. There was a lot of idolatry going on. There was a lot of that's what got the kingdom split from inception. Israel and Judah. Israel went their way. And then when Israel went their way, you see under King Jeroboam, they was heavy into idolatry. They was heavy into their cow worship. Our brothers in Africa should be able to attest to that because they see it. I see a lot of action around cows. I've seen people doing things with cows. I'm like, huh? Y'all still playing with cows? Y'all ain't read the book? A lot of people are like, oh, that's the white man book. Yeah, okay. Keep thinking that's the white man book. Keep on. Soon and very soon, you're going to find out it ain't. And I hope it ain't too late for you. Okay. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Then the Most High said, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. You can still see the vestiges of it to this day. Before 1865, when they passed the Emancipation Proclamation, family, they was running roughshod over your people. So I don't want to hear that shit about why y'all be bringing up the past. Why? Because the past tell a story, family. Like I said over here, and it wasn't just happening here. America, let me tell you something. Rome, first of all, Rome is the mother of them all. I hear a lot of people saying Rome, America is the mystery Babylon. Okay, America is a daughter of Babylon. operating under Babylon system. Yes. But I don't recall America. Yes, I can see America in the scriptures because it's a part of that system, that same Babylonian system. But America is not the ringleader of the systems of Babylon. America didn't institute no religion. America is not the one who established that papal bull that said anybody that wasn't a Catholic was a heathen and needed to be enslaved, and that's when the Spanish Inquisitions began. But I'm quite sure before then you had skirmishes. I read some history about the Khazar and Islamic wars. Those were black Muslims over there in Spain. Yeah, the Islamic wars, Khazar and Islamic wars over there. I read a lot about that and I watched programs on that. And I'm like, oh, okay, you gonna go to these people. And you got a lot of people arguing about who the Khazars are. Come on, man. Stop engaging all that. I wouldn't even engage all that. If you know, okay, you know. But in between time, meantime, it's this energy we harnessing. This is the spirit of the Most High God's energy. This is Olive, what we read. So I don't take that and focus it on them. No, the plan is to dominate and destroy they. He said destroy they high places, tear down they strongholds by the word. Olive, that's the leader, strong leader, strength, leading, the first, aloof or separate, gentle, the beginning, the head of the family. Olive, God the Father. Then we got Olive Bet, house, tent, son, family, dwelling place, the physical tent body, inside, within, first letter in the Torah that identifies the Son of God. So you have Aleph Bet, which is what? God the Father, the Word, and the Spirit. The Son is the Word. He's also the door. Because he's the Word of the Father, that means he's the Spirit. And Spirit, you can't, where is it? He is the Aleph Tav. The seal of the Father. He is that sign you read about in Isaiah 9. The Most High said in Isaiah 7 and 14, he said, I'm going to give you a sign myself. Behold, a virgin. He said, I'm going to give you a sign myself. That sign is the Olive Tav. We know, even if we only knew it was a Tav, we have to know it has to be the head. Strong leader, the Olive. Strong leader, strength leading, the first, aloof or separate, gentle, the beginning, the head of the family, God the Father. We know these attributes are in the Son as well, because it's spoken about in the book of Isaiah. Let's go through it. And that's the reason I'm learning these things, is because we know who we are. We woke now. And that means you got to put some action behind it. You can't just be saying that. You got to put some Isaiah 7. You got to put some action behind it. I need my glasses. I can't say. There you go. Isaiah 7:14. Therefore, Yahuwah, Lord. What is that Lord in Hebrew? Adonai.
Strong's H136. Adonai. Adonai.
Adonye. Okay. Adon.
Strong's H113. Adon.
That's H3096 I'm looking for. We'll get to it. It'll come up. That's God. H430. Oh, stop. Bring it out. You're moving too fast. You're moving too hard. Slow your roll, Trigger. Therefore, the Lord himself shall give you a sign. That sign is the Tav. Where that sign at? He's going to give you a sign, which is his seal, because it's the word, his word come in the flesh, which is the Messiah. What did he say? And he said, no, therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. H410 L.
Strong's H410.
L. That's what's coming back. God. That's what he got it defined as. God. Like I said, Yahushua is the word of the Father come in the flesh. So Isaiah 7:14. I went through with that. It's a lot of wisdom packed in these verses. If you just go into them and dissect them, you'll learn so much. But we got to do two different Lords. This is the lowercase Lord. This not H430. No, this God. We got to get that. Isaiah 9. Let's go there. Sure. Isaiah 9:6. Bam. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Elohim. 410. El, Elohim. The Mighty Elohim, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. So these attributes that I was referring to in the Paleo Hebrew, which represents the Aleph, which is the first letter of the Hebrew, which is the strong leader, strength, leading. The first, aloof or separate, gentle, the beginning, the head of the family, Yahuwah the Father. And then we got the Aleph Tav, the Tav, which is the 22nd letter of the alphabet, and that is the sign to seal, to covenant, a sign, cross wooden sticks, cross. So I know whoever make that cross is perverting the true sign of the Tav. Isaiah 9:6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given. Unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. His name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Elohim, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. So whoever it is has to have these attributes. You see how the Paleo Hebrew work with the scriptures? If you know how to read it, you can go deeper, even with the numerical, with the numbers, because the numbers also speaks things into existence. Like the number 4. What do the number 4 represent? The dollar, the door. When you hear people saying, oh, I'm seeing certain numbers, but in the Hebrew, those numbers mean something. I don't know about religions and all that, but in the Hebrew, those numbers mean something. The number 4 represents Dalit, the door, the doorway, the gate, place of decision. That's in the Mashiach because why? He is the word of the Father. Where else do you want to be sitting and really thinking to make the right decisions? Interest to life or death. It's time to drink the water for sure. Who is this? Lemon animation. We got some people be on here, ain't y'all? This word gonna go out whether it's resonating with you or not. I'll come on here all the time. Okay. About 15 more minutes will be an hour. That'll be my hour given to my service. And other than that, we're gonna keep it moving. Doorway, gate, place of decision, interest to life or death. Moving into something, moving out of something. To open up. Place where change can take place. Come as you are, but be ye renewed by the renewing of your mind, by the washing of the word. You can do what the word told you to do. He came and showed you can. Verse 7, Isaiah 9, verse 7. Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end. So we know there has to be a higher power that can ensure that the Mashiach's kingdom there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever. The zeal of the Lord. There you go. But they gonna say Jehovah, and it's Yahuwah. Strong's
H 3068. Yehovah.
Yehovah. You're right. It's Yahuwah. The zeal of Yahuwah of hosts will perform this. Hallelujah. And where else do we go? Where's do we go from there? Back to Deuteronomy, because 28, a lot of people get stuck on Deuteronomy 28. But after that, even in 32, let me go there. Deuteronomy 32. Let's go on 30 because after 28, you got 30 and you got, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. And it's a lot of wisdom in these scriptures. You can't get stuck on Deuteronomy 28. These are some of the scriptures, chapters and verses that I want to use to create a pamphlet that can kind of give people a compass. You see the things going on in real life, and just like when you're going through Deuteronomy 28, these things are real. They may not be real to everybody else, but things like this, as far as, yes, you have the blessings. That's irrefutable. We go see you play ball. We go see you sing. We see you dance. We see you do everything, your dress, your everything, and we monetize it. And hey, it is what it is. But it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. That really happened to our people. And we still griping about it to this day. What's the number one hot button issue? The hot button issue you hear about is, what's that thing? We want reparations, which there you go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. You got the wrench on there. My wrench here, y'all. Fuck up if you want to. Get them, wrench. My wrench on this boy. I'm like, where is you at? You playing games? I got some strange conversations going on here, but I'm gonna keep on moving because that's like being in a joint, you know. When I was in there and I had a function. So when I had to go and take care of what I had to take care of. What no, the guys said they wasn't gonna do that. I would have got my ass whooped. So I understand how to persevere and keep moving. I'm not moved by a little agitated, whatever you want to call. I ain't gonna call people out their name, but I'm not moved by no. They done sent these lames over here to try and offset my conversation or offset what's about to be laid down and going forward. But you can't. All we doing is connecting to what's already written in the heavens. Crazy. It's in the signs. It's in the animals. When our people over in the east, or even some in the Caribbeans, and even some that was in them that's in from the Americas. When they see these signs, I talk to the natives, some of the natives that know they Hebrew, that speak the Paleo. They know this language. They haven't been to no school. I talk to the Africans that know this language. So it's not like I'm asking somebody anything. They trolling, yeah, they trolling hard, man. They trolling hard. I said that too, and I let them know you're not dealing with no dude that's gonna break. Cause I'm not looking for I'm not looking for no crowd to follow me. My job is to put this word out, and if you do stick around, hey, you welcome. You gonna get this truth though. And if you are one who's sent by these if you a troll and you sent by these lanes to try and get me in a back and forth, it ain't gonna work. Matter of fact, I told him, tell your boss to come with you. Go get your pen and pad. Bring your boss with you. I'm here to teach all y'all. I'm not running from none of them. I prefer you come and sit down and let me give you this thing firsthand, Then I know you got it. I ain't none of these passive people that's gonna run from the powers that shouldn't be. Hell no. Then you get people power over you. We ain't moving like that. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind and thy flocks and thy sheep. So you got a people that really went through some things. I feel so encouraged. I felt the power come over me, baby. I'm glad you showed up. Came with the sword. Look at Judah. They playing games, baby. I wish I could leave a love heart on there for you for that. You own business. That's my baby. Bring order in the house. Don't come over here on the Rise of an Ancient Kingdom platform playing games. We're really about that life, but yet we understand the calling that's on our life. Many are called, but only few are chosen. I know I'm chosen. We know we the chosen because the Most High chose us to wake us up, or else I wouldn't be sitting here trying to use the word to convey a message, to use the word to show you the times we in, to use the word to show you where we got our language from, to use the word to show you where we even got our alphabets from. Hebrew was a language here before English. It's the first language. You want to argue? Argue with anybody on that one. It's in your dictionary, so don't be too quick to run your mouth. Let's do our research first. It was Hebrew. Then what's that? Aramaic. Then the Arabic. Then the Greek. And then the English. Stop playing. But no, the Roman. The Latin language. Then you had the Greek. So y'all better stop playing. The English, which is the last. And it's a bastardized ass language. So stop playing with me. But back to what I was saying. You have a people that's in these lands scattered because the Most High said they're going to be cursed. And in the end, ultimately, this is how you're going to know them forever. You know this people. And even up here, there's some meat in these scriptures. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coasts, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thine olive shall cast his fruit. Verse 41. Deuteronomy 28, verse 41. Thou shalt begat sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. What is the hot topic? Who do you see in Africa? You see the kings and tribal leaders and things, and all this repatriation push, and You know, all the in-betweens and the aboves, in-betweens. But you have to realize, you got to understand what is the nucleus of this? What is the foundation of this? Because in coming to the knowledge and discovering, you will learn that there's even a purpose for even coming to learn it. Ain't nobody gonna pick this book up and go through the persecution that you go through, especially when you get to talking this to people. Y'all see Judah up there, she done already came and cleared house. Now I don't know if she blocked people or whatever she did, but she came on time and you see she peeped the move. She on business. Get out of here. Y'all ain't on business. Okay, verse 42. All thy trees and fruit of thy land, all thy trees and fruit of thy land shall the locust consume. Look through Africa. Verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. You got to look there because that's where we was and these things happen. Our people didn't just go into Africa for a pit stop and no, we was dragged out of there. It was war. The natives of the land knew we were different. It ain't nothing personal, just as how it go. And then you gotta understand, you was at war with the Most High. You broke His covenant. That's why I'm reading about the curses that's gonna come on you. Verse 43: The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Yes, it's happening over here in America, Europe, and South America, the Caribbeans, uh, where else? And where India and where as far as to the Philippines, wherever else you find the Negroes scattered into. Why? Because you broke the covenant. So, in understanding that and coming to the knowledge of that, that opens your eyes to a whole new world. It brings you to then come to the conclusion that you have a solution. Yeah, you go to curses, but also there's a reversal of it. Do you think the Most High just put you in a state of being cursed forever? No, you gonna put yourself there. He didn't have to do it. Remember, it was your ancestors who broke the covenant. So now it's on you. The onus is on you to reshape things, to come back. You have to come back and take hold of it. That's what's stagnating us as a nation group. If we don't come back together under this authority, we'll have no authority. Because all the other, think about it, look at their laws, how they deal with their justice system, so-called justice system, judicial system. I'm gonna keep it in context, show some respect, have some decor about the conversation. I ain't gonna act like a little, I don't know no better. Let's keep it a buck here. These people do not respect the laws that they implemented. These are God's laws. This is His word because this is what He put in order. You know what I'm saying? This is the law right here. The stranger that is within thee, because this is His word He spoke. So He set already in place what would happen, and He put parameters there. When He spoke it, there was a everything we know. There was a context because He gave you room to operate, and if you fail to operate accordingly, such and such will happen. But once you learn these things, you go through these things, and you went through some things that He even said He will make you of no more remembrance. I'm gonna get that out. Then you have to come back. It's like it's a cycle. It's not no like it's an ecosystem operating. It never stops. Yes, you're gonna get discipline. It's like your parents. Just because they discipline you don't mean they love you. Don't love you. The love never stops. We have to continue to pour love into our siblings and our children. It don't stop because me and her might have an argument. Me and my wife might have an argument. No, it don't stop. I have to continue to give that. That's what builds that and creates that fabric. That's that unity based on love. Something you can see. All them words. You got some eloquent speakers out here. You know, they'll come at you with some words, ask you this question, like, what? Bro, sis, do you read the Bible? Just read the Bible. It's written for you to know. I promise you it's written for you to know. You trying to test what I know? No, don't do that. Hey, I'm still working on my Jesus, on that Jesus in me, because that spirit dwells in me. I'm still working on it. Hey, don't test me. Don't test me. I'm still working on my Jesus. But I got it. And I ain't gonna let it go. It's the joy and the strength of my life. And that ain't no cliche. I'm telling you something real. Verse 44, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. And he shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. That's happening to us all over the globe. We don't control no banking system. So therefore, we don't own no businesses. Some of us do take advantage of that opportunity and create that avenue. We see that opportunity. We take, like me right now. I'm stuck at, okay. I know it. I can't dibble and dabble and jump in the world and just, okay, let me play this credit. I'm tapping into something the Most High don't want me to deal with, but it's a struggle, family. But then ideas. Okay, I got a business, two businesses. I got this automotive technology skill that I went to school for, learned, graduated, and on my way. But I'm on my own way, providing, making my own way, and it's been good. It could be better if the funds was there. Yeah, I can have a garage or road service system set up where I can transport and get things done through transportation instead of having a brick and mortar. No, because I'm not dealing with them. You basically, if you don't look at it from an economical standpoint, with real serious, you got to be serious about it because you'll look up in 2 3 years and they'll take it from you. You know how many people I know who have businesses that started, uh I believe clothing lines. They probably started clothing retail or something, or retail, and they had to quit and get jobs, and they can't use their name. Some even went so far as they just gave up. It was never thought to say, let me pull back. Okay, in that system, if I don't meet A, B, C, and D, I'm not gonna get that return. E, F, G, I won't. Yeah, this is what they offer, but I don't have to take that offer if it's not feasible to me. Hell no, I don't gotta deal with that, and you don't have to deal with that. You don't have to settle just to be a part of something when you can rule it all. That's what the Most High is giving you. That's what he's making you, a ruler of all he created, not over people, over things that you put your hands to create. Like now, I created a ministry once I learned, got baptized and reborn in the spirit and trying to live my life upright. It's been a long road. I've had some falls, some stumbles, but I got back up. And now I'm in a stage where I'm cleaning things. And it's really because of the law, the word, the conviction that comes over me if I'm not in agreement with what I'm reading. But I try my best. Pray for your brother. Pray, pray, pray. One ye eat. Pray one for another. Confess your faults one to another and pray for one another. Pray the Most High, give me the strength to stand, to not go off on my own, and to remain steadfast and focused, because the table's going to turn. There's such a thing as polarity. It may seem like you down today or in that day. All it takes is one phone call. You could be sitting there like, okay. But even in the midst of it, like I said, even in the midst of the pursuit and acquiring this knowledge and then applying it in practical applications, family, it's going to be hard. I don't think you want to just, yeah, I hear a lot of people talking about chosen, 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 but I don't think we quite really, it hasn't. the impact, the magnitude of it, and the surety of it, I don't think it's sunk in yet. And then maybe it has. And maybe a lot of people like those who, hey, I can't take it. Let me go get this credit and fix my credit and operate right and use this credit. Let me jump into this program, learn that, and okay, let me learn that program. Then we take it and turn around and model it in a package and sell it to our people. No, family, I ain't doing that. And I don't knock nobody who do that. You use your time, you sat there and learned these things. And if you felt led by the Spirit to do that, that's between, who am I to question that? That's between you and the Most High. But you got to also understand, we being sons and daughters of the Most High, those who sincerely are and heeded that call, repented, and aligning our lives with our heavenly Father, you should see fruits, some fruit. You should see some vestiges of or evidence. You should see evidence that that's what's really being worked here. Verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. That's the way it used to be, family. Yeah, I know they still in control of a lot of these brick and mortars that we have to go and do business with. But a lot of us are learning to, we didn't throw our hands, through our iron in the fire. You know, a lot of us, we come from that experience. A lot of us have charisma. We know how to draw people to us. We know how to offer things that'll make people take a second look. Oh man, what? You giving that? They'll think you giving things away, but we understand. I can't give the inside secrets away, but owners, entrepreneurs understand some things that the regular common people ain't getting. So I ain't gonna get I ain't gonna get the secrets of the game. I ain't gonna get the secrets of war where I'll be a fool. I'm not disgruntled by America and what America has done. No, I done wised up and I'm getting some wisdom that America can't control because it's based on law. This is God's law. You plant these seeds, it's gonna bring forth a harvest. Can't no man on the face of this earth stop that. Why you think people come against you when you speak this word? Even from your dad to your mother to your sister to your brother to your children, your daughter, your son, your wife, your dog, your cat. They gonna throw everything in the kitchen sink at you. They not gonna support nothing you doing righteousness because they feel like, what? And then if they Christians and they going along with the rituals that these churches follow, then they gonna look at you like you call what nigga? And they know deep, it ain't gotta be deep. They know deep down in their heart. They can watch you and know, oh, it's goodness. It's nothing but good deeds coming out of this person. That person is not that. Now they'll look at it and be like, well, he think like this. He think like what? Look, you can also be angry, but not unto sin, to the point where you go and sin and try and hurt or harm somebody. It's such thing as justice. Yeah, Most High allows you to get justice. Yes, He do. But He told you, vengeance is mine. So that's something you and Him gonna have to work out because you don't have a council. Where the council sit around, the elders, and they come to the conclusion that they will be stoning people. We don't go by that code no more. Although it's not done away with, because there will be a new kingdom. That's common sense. There will be a new Jerusalem and a new kingdom, and His law will go forth from Zion, and that's just common sense. And anybody that don't, it's gonna be like the book of Daniel. Remember when they made them idols, and the word went out, if they caught anybody worshiping anything other than their idols, they was gonna throw them in the furnace, in the burning fires. I mean furnace. When the law go forth from Zion, It's going to be just like that. It's going to be just like that. So right now, you want to use this time. All that, I have to go to work. I have to be a part of this, that. All they doing is sucking your energy and keeping you caught in a ever revolving door that's not overcoming. Actually, the trick bag they got you in. You a leader. The Most High said, "Come, let us make man in our image." And then you understand the fall of man. Then we understand that he put his law in a particular group to represent him, and he anointed them priests and kings. You know what I'm saying? To teach and govern his kingdom here in earth until he come back. He's coming back. You can believe that. And there's going to be visitations in between. His spirit is in each and every, he here. The L of the slaves is in the earth. You know what I'm saying? The L of the Hebrews is in the earth because he's in his children. Hallelujah. Verse 45, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahuwah thy Elohim, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he command thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. These blessings and these curses gonna be on y'all forever. But that Deuteronomy 28:68, ooh, it's a killer. But we don't get stuck there because why? We repented. We don't have to keep rehatching that and reliving that like we caught in that cycle. No, I can speak on it and keep it moving because I know now in this time we in Deuteronomy 30. Because why? Let's let the book speak for itself. Hallelujah. And this Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse. You see us, we are blessed people, family. The nations of the earth literally try to get rid of us, family. And you have some that was riding with us, they loved us. But you have some that was just into mischief. It is what it is. How else did things happen to us? And you hear us still shouting out to the Most High and to anybody that'll listen, like that's gonna change it. No, we got to change. You got to change within yourself. You go after their ass and you never let them forget it. But you got the change begins and reparations begin right here. Because as far as breaking them, it's gonna happen. They ass being dismantled as we speak. They ain't just giving these nations money like no, some of these nations they giving money when the stuff hit the fan, they think they gonna have an escape route. They building bunkers and all kind of crap. I even see black people building bunkers. Do y'all listen to what the scripture says about those who hiding in rocks and caves? The Most High is going to allow those caves to crush you. Whoever you are, your money not going to save you. Your lyrics not going to save you. Or whatever the fuck else y'all got down there you think going to save you. Your president ain't going to save you. Your king ain't going to save you. You about to get a young king that's finna run the corporation. You finna get a young king. All this presidency is finna be over. Why? Because they built on wickedness. They not built on thus saith the Lord. Look at how they was established. And now these the seeds you planted, I'm not ashamed to let you know. I love all people. But as far as your doctrines, no, I don't have to support them. Your government, less government is good. You don't need the government in everything. They're lawyers. They're going to go with whoever pay the most, regardless of the moral implications. We see it. We see it every day. We hear about it every day. Not that I'm sitting here like I'm perfect. I'm not perfect at all, family. Don't get it twisted. But to treat people like I see people getting, our people have been getting treated. Now, our brothers and sisters that's coming from the Caribbeans, Africa, and places like, especially Africa, they learn because they were even taught to look at us in a certain way and not to deal with us. We know, and now they learning. Oh no, it ain't like that. Not to say that everybody on the other side is bad. No, you got some that's gonna ride and that support righteousness. They supporting the cause. And if you Jacob, then you need to stand up as Jacob, and they gonna support you. You ain't gotta deal with the system on everything. They gonna cost you. They lawyers. You gotta be smarter than that. And as lawyers, that's why I always say, we talking about voting. Boy, stop playing. You buy a politician. You put the money together and send them up there with an agenda. Haven't you watched the mafia movies? Are y'all playing games with me? Stop playing out here. I done watched too many mafia movies. I done watched the Italians. I've watched the Jewish. I've seen how they even sent their children and family to school to become judges, politicians, lawyers, doctors, police especially, firemen. Family, we watched this shit and cheered it on in movies. We even tried to portray ourselves, aligned our lifestyles on this bull crap. We intimately know this. So I don't want to hear no shit about conspiracy theories. None of that. These the same people today. You know, these the same. Not that we so perfect, we are without spot or wrinkle, because black people ain't so perfect. You know, we have our flaws, but all praise to the Most High, and God bless those who do not willfully sin, who are not led astray, who have decided to come out of the world, irregardless if they can't sit down with the banker and get the credit fixed. You know what I'm saying? To make it look like you're doing something. No, go hit the streets. I'm from the streets, family. You know, we always got it out the mud. I'm being honest, and compete very well with you. That's why I had no problem getting the education and going to the garage myself. I ain't need nobody money. I got skills. What the fuck I need you to rule over me for? You give me some pennies, I go do all the work. Who's gonna ensure my end besides me? I shouldn't be expecting nobody else to do that. What the fuck why they do that at? But this is what they teach us. And this the shit we fighting and arguing against every day. I don't fight against it and argue against it no more. I go with it. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whither Yahuwah thy Elohim have driven thee. 1619, Virginia. What's that? Trump passed that bill, H 1248. I think that's 1248. No, it's 45. 48. Trump passed that bill. 40. Ah, look it up. I forgot that. It's in the phone. Ah, no. If I type African, H. I'm gonna join that. That ain't it. African American Commemoration Act for 400 years contribution to America. The enslaved Africans' contribution to America. They passed that act, family, and that's stemming from the foundation is the Bible. What is all this bull crap? H 1242. That's it. Established the 400 Years of African American History Commission to develop and carry out activities throughout the United States. Okay. To commemorate the arrival of Africans in the English colonies at Point Comfort, Virginia in 1619. See, a lot of people will stop there, but that's why I took you to Genesis 15. Because in Genesis 15, we know the Most High is talking to a particular people. And that's 400 years. 1619 to 2019. This is 2024. And let me tell you something. 2019, a lot of people woke up. Genesis 15. Yeah, 2015 Genesis. 2015, 2019. And they still awakening. Judah still rising, shaking the earth. Genesis 15:13. He said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. The 400 Years of African American History Commission Act was established by H.R. 1242 to commemorate the arrival of Africans in the English colonies at Point Comfort, Virginia in 1619. This significant legislation recognizes and celebrates the resilience and contributions of African Americans over the past 4 centuries, despite the debilitating effects of slavery and racial discrimination. I'm going to leave it right there. So we know this thing is true, but where does this come from and how did it happen? Genesis 15 told you right there. Thus saith the Most High God. Hallelujah. Praise Yahuwah for his wisdom, for his knowledge, for waking me up. He chose to wake me up. That's what that's what an awakened person look like. That's what a chosen one can do apart from many are called, but they're my brothers and sisters. And I ain't the only one, and that don't mean I'm gonna get into heaven. I got it locked sealed. Me just saying that might be offensive to the Most High, but I don't think it is. You let them know who y'all are. But understand, you're a servant. And I don't get to rule over nobody, family. I get to rule over the work of these hands. That's it. And I better make these hands prosper because I might be hindering someone else from coming forth. That's why I speak about owning your own business too. That's the purpose of even talking about this. Because the Most High want to bring you out of all that and reestablish you so he can use you. Why would you want to be used by a system when you could be used by the creator and maker of all things and rule over what your hands create and probably over that system? Remember, read the book of Daniel. The Hebrews was raised up. Read the book of Genesis. The Hebrews was raised, Joseph was raised to a ruler. It's always been where the Hebrews had to come and make sense out of the idolatry the nations was in, and you had Israel always in them nations. What would make you think it's been changed today? America, the hottest nation to the world. But we know, I understand, everybody don't know, I understand that it ain't nothing but muscle for Rome. Rome, Europe, that is the power. The seat of power sits over there. America ain't nothing but a gun. It was no America when all these things was happening. That's when they ass was being formed as far as the European British rule. I'm not talking about the natives that was over here. I'm talking about them that came in here that this is talking about in Point Comfort, Virginia, 1619. We know who established the government. I watched Trump walk through there. Not only did they recognize HR 1242, but they recognized that that's the oldest American government and the first on this soil for the British. Them. It's a difference. Them. I ain't talking about the Spanish. I ain't talking about the Dutch. I ain't talking about the French. I'm talking about the British who got the red dragon on their flag. Who, what are they, Catholics? You know, it was the Pope who laid the G down as far as religion. It's the Catholic Church who sits on many waters. America sits on many waters with objects of destruction to take care of its brothers and sisters. It is a servant to them, but they charge them because they got the right to. But when the Pope called, they all bow down. I even said Trump said he wasn't going, but you look up his ass over there. What you going over there? Listen to him for? You one of them Catholics too? Brothers and sisters, Rome is the beast. America, yes, its system is a part of the beast as well. It is the daughter of Mystery Babylon. You got ancient Babylon, the Tower of Babel was built, and they still building to this day. It was Rome. It was Rome who killed the disciples of Christ. It was the Roman Greco Empire. It was not America. It was the Roman Catholic Church who put the edict out. It was the Roman Catholic Church who did what they did to John the Baptist. Who cut his head off? It was the Gentiles. He was on an island in where? Patmos. What was John locked up? What was he at? He wasn't locked up, but that's where he seen the vision. I believe a revelation. Let me get back to the Bible. Sure. We'll come back there. I need to get back to the Bible. Let's go. Okay, here we go. But yeah, okay. Deuteronomy 30, chapter 30, verse 1. It's time to go now. I've been on here over an hour. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whither Yahuwah thy Elohim have driven thee. So what we doing is repenting and we recalling these laws and statutes, the blessings and the curses, by the word, and shall, verse 2, and shall return unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice, according to all that I commanded this day. So Israel and Judah, yes, repent and return. Keep the commandments and the testimony of Mashiach, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul. Verse 3, that then Yahuwah thy Elohim will turn thy captivity. Yes, you in a captive state. My last name is Reese. That name was given to us by a German owner of one of my ancestors somewhere down the line. That is, hey, straight P. I ain't sugarcoating it. That's just what it is. A Germanic person owned my ancestors. My last name is Reese. And that's how we got that last name. We are not Germanic at all. We blackety, black. And that's because what? Then Yahuwah thy Elohim will turn thy captivity. That's why I know that. And we couldn't read back then to know why our last names. where our last names came from and why the hell they changed. I'm quite sure they talked about it, but they was probably trying to figure how to say the last name to keep from getting beat half to death. Who are you? You don't know your name? They probably messed our ancestors up. Man. And have compassion on the, let me start from scratch. Verse 3, that then Yahuwah thy Elohim will turn thy captivity. That's what he doing. And have compassion upon thee. That's what he done and still doing. And will return and gather thee from all the nations. Oh, yes, it's coming. Whither Yahuwah thy Elohim have scattered thee. Yes, it's coming soon and very soon. And I ain't say the end of the world, but it's some of us going back into the land, family, to establish the coming kingdom of Mashiach. I don't care what the world think they doing, it's not gonna stand. You ain't doing nothing but preparing the way because you pissing the Most High off, and he waking his people up. You can get rid of me right now. But in the time when he raised his, that's why I'm doing his work. I'm gonna keep sounding along. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of us might lose your head. You supposed to love not your life unto the death for the Most High, because guess what? You coming back, and when we come back, you know it's gonna be a ooh. It say it's whoa man. Just to imagine, think. I'm not even gonna say them words like that, cause it talks about blood, so much blood. He gonna come back with his sword, man. You talking about wreck shop? Stop playing. Hey, how big Les say candy red? He got them big candy red oxtails down there in Texas. Y'all check them out. Texas in every way. That's how that sword gonna be blood red. Y'all playing games. Y'all see how he cut them oxtails across that machine? Just cut straight through them. Don't get your life right. See, when you fortify with the word, you walking in it to the best of your ability. You ain't gotta be perfect, but you believe. David believed. David wasn't perfect, family. I used to sit and think like, man, I hear certain chapters and read them verses and be reading stories, be like, well, how did David, how was he able to move the Most High heart, where the Most High gave him the green light to accomplish those things that was the desires of his heart? Then you gotta understand, because it's like you see he was breaking the law. He was breaking the covenant between him as a king. He's breaking the laws the Most High laid down, not just for the king, but for the people too, in front of him. But David repented, and David would practice the Most High's word so strong. Hey, so strong, David knew how to move the Most High. David didn't go in there playing no games. David would practice the word of the Most High so strong, family. It couldn't do nothing. Me just sitting here, just trying to, I can't even imagine the layers of what he did. And he was sincere. He wasn't standing there. He wasn't fake pumping. You know what I'm saying? Putting on this once a week. Every day we got to worship and practice. We got to practice the Most High and uphold his ways. Hallow his name in the earth. That's why I'm on here every day. I never get wore out. This ain't the Christian church. No, 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 no. This is the house of Israel. Everything gonna come into the house of Israel in the end. He's gonna make Judah and Israel one stick. And that stick is coming from Israel. He ain't coming from Judah. It's coming from Israel, the father's kingdom, where Jeshurun was here way before that. Remember, before Jacob's name was even turned, family. Before the temple was even built, we was having tabernacle. Our ancestors was having tabernacle over there. Yes, they was assembling, and they built tabernacles. Not God, not tabernacle. Yeah, they had tabernacles too, but they built what do they call those? No arks, not temples. It'll come to me. I always say people building them on me and doing all type of witchcraft speaking against me, but I rebuke them in the mighty name of Yahushua. Let them say what they say. Altars. They set up altars. Our ancestors set up altars and began to call on the name of Yahuwah. Verse 5, and the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. Verse 6, and the Lord thy God will circumcise thine heart, where you will have a heart for him, to do his will, to love him and his ways and his people, and the heart of thy seed, to love the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul, with everything in you. He blew the breath of life in you, and you became a living soul. So you should be practicing giving him the highest praise, hallowing his name in the earth. To be when he see you, he see his son. I'm not saying blasphemy or speak against Yahushua, the Son of the Most High, but that's who you should be emulating. You can do all things through the Spirit that through Christ. He is the Word, through the Word of the Father that strengthens you, that thou mayest live. Verse 7, and the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee, and thou shalt return and obey the voice, and thou shalt return and obey the voice of Yahuwah, and do all his commandments which I command thee this day. And the Lord thy God will make thee plenteous in every work of thy hand, and the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land, for good. For the Lord will again rejoice over thee for good, as he rejoiced over thy fathers. We never went back into the land. Israel and Judah didn't go back into the land. No, they didn't. Them people in the land are not Hebrew Israelites, the descendants of the house of Shem. No, they are not. Yes, they can convert and come in, but that don't mean you take over. That's like what the theology people got. And I see a lot of our people run with that same doctrine with Esau. We know Esau is our brother. And he didn't come out the womb of his mama, no white man, Rebecca. He did not come out of her, no white man. He came out looking like us, although he was consumed by Kittim, which were the Roman Greco Empire. He was consumed by the king of Kittim. Look it up. It's in the book of Jubilees. You can read the stories. We see this and we know this. And the Most High said he would in the book of Jasher. He would chapter 90. He would never raise his head again. They would never have a king on the throne. Esau, Edom, and he was consumed by who? The Gentiles, i.e., the people you see today. That's why you hear a lot of people talking about the white man is our blood brother, he's Esau. I don't care who told you that. No, he's not. No, he is not. Now, I'm not saying that all of them are Gentile. No, 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 no. Because you can have like Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin's dad is all Negro. More than likely, his dad was a Negro, and his dad a Negro. And probably 8 times out of 10, one of them came off the slave ship, was brought over here from the slave ship, which was also a part of that trade of those people. The Most High said, I will make you of no more remembrance. I will scatter you. Deuteronomy, let me bring it out. They never taught us like this in the church. That's crazy. Deuteronomy 32 and 26. I said, I will scatter them into corners. Who? Israel. And will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. And Judah. Were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our hand is high, and the Lord have not done all this. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Oh, that ye were wise, that they understood this, that they will consider their latter end, O Israel. And you wonder, how can they do this to us? How should one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight? Except their rock had sold them, and the Lord had shut them up. Y'all want it, look, it had to be. They used this book to get you. They all that whooping us and beating us into submission. Get the hell out of here. Heads up, we can run. We fight to the death. It is what it is. Okay, it wouldn't have turned out nowhere near the way things turned out. I don't care who you are. Look at the histories of wars fought, and anytime the so-called Negro got engaged with these wars, guess what happened? You started winning. You started getting W's. You started getting W's. You can't make this up. And in most cases, you just got a W because we was just like, it's just us. We the Lions. He shall be amongst many Gentiles and many nations. And you shall be in a nation amongst the Gentiles, many of them. And if he go through and tread it down, who can stop him? Y'all better slow down. Micah 5, go and read it. And Jacob shall be in the midst of many nations amongst the Gentiles, like a lion. Who? Who? Y'all better stop playing. So understand, the Most High is the one who said and did it. I said I would scatter them into corners. But we also understand Deuteronomy 30, even Jeremiah 30, because it talks about Judah and Israel. Like I said, when you go in the book of Kings, King David crowned Solomon king of Israel and Judah. People don't understand who Judah and Israel are, and that there are two Israels. They'll look at you like you crazy, you tell them that. What do you mean it's two Israels? Yes, Judah and that family are Jacob's 12. Then you got Israel. Those the ones Mashiach are gathering. When you go in Revelations, and they talk about what's that, 7? Let me go into it. They talk about the tribes, 12 tribes. The Mashiach will be gathering. Ain't no Dan in there. So you know them ain't all the sons. And you got okay. Chapter 7, Revelations, verse 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there was scaled 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Of the tribe of Judah was sealed 12,000. Judah, Reuben, Gad, Asher, Nephthalim, Manasseh. That's 6. Simeon, Levi, Issachar. That's 9. Zebulun, Joseph, and Benjamin. That's 12. I don't see no Dan. You got Manasseh. Now, when you go in Genesis 49, when Jacob sat his sons down and told them what shall befall them in the last days. This is how we know who's who by the Spirit, family. And it bears witness to the truth. We know our people. Judah. Genesis 49. Let's see these sons. These are the sons right here. Genesis 49. Read it. But Judah, verse 8, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Verse 9, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey, my son. Thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Verse 10, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Family, I thank y'all for stopping by. This word gonna continue to go forth. If I see a face on there or not, but I thank all who stopped by. Like on this hour and 46, almost 2 hours. Thank you for stopping by. And I pray it's the Most High and the Spirit of truth will lead and guide you to all truth. And understand that you are awakened because the Most High awakened you. So you want to give all honor, praise, and glory to the Most High. Don't try to steal His glory. You're not going to like that. He's going to expose you and destroy you. But I'm not one to judge. Only the Most High knows your heart. I'm going to pay attention to your fruit, because you shall know a man or a woman by their fruit. And I pray that my fruit is pleasing to the Most High. I can't worry about you. The Most High gonna get you. He gonna let us know. He watching us all. You think you getting away with something, but everything you doing, I don't care who you are, let it be led by the Spirit. That's all I say. Do what you do. You know that's what you've been called to do. Hey, do what you do. But as for me, you know what I'm gonna do. It's me and the Most High. To the world blow, baby. All things new. Shalom.